Okay, good morning, everyone. Well, actually, it's afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah.
And I am here with my new friend, not new friend, we've been friends for a year now, Saralynn, and over here in Hazelhurst. And we got our little matching t-shirts. Look at us. Let's see, it says Thanksgiving. Let's let Thanksgiving be more than just a season. So we are thankful today, and I'm thankful for her. And I want Saralynn to tell her story because it's an annual celebration that she's going to have every year for the rest of her life. And it's going to be different than previous celebrations.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want you to tell it.
I am happy to tell it. Last year, I joined Dr. Nancy's challenge, and I remember it was October the 15th, and I was going with my husband to take my grandson to Columbus for a swim meet, and I was worried about where the pool would be located, where we would sit. If I could get up and down, if there were stairs, just really, we don't use the word stressed much anymore, but I was stressed last year.
Yeah.
And so my friend Martha McBride had been strongly encouraging me to join Dr. Nancy's program, so I did. And I thank her for that now. But in a year, I've lost 65.1 pounds, and I went to my granddaughter's cheerleading competition on this past Saturday, and I was so excited. It was my anniversary, and I did a little Marco Polo at the farm, but I was so excited because I shared with my friends, I'm gonna go. I'm not worried about going. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear instead of what I can wear. I'm gonna sit where I want to sit instead of where I can sit. And I just loved it. I was just so happy.
Yeah.
I will say there was a few funnies that happened at the competition because I am retired from that school system. And one of the parents was kind of guarding the elevator in the gym. And when she saw my husband and me, she said, Miss Saralynn, you can ride up in the elevator. I'll open it for you. I said, no, thank you. I don't need to. I can climb the stairs. She said, are you sure? I said, I'm sure. I can climb them, and I'm going to.
And you're going to.
So
you get to climb the stairs.
I did. I did. And if you've not been able to climb stairs, then you understand what I'm talking about. The freedom in not being worried. If you can get up and down steps or hills to your grandchildren's events. There's so many things have changed.
Yeah. You went to Walmart early this morning by yourself?
I did. I've started venturing back out of town by myself.
There you go.
And my husband doesn't worry about me because he knows that I'm so much healthier and that I'll be okay to park and walk into a store. The only thing he has to worry about now is that I feel so much better, I might stay in there longer and spend more money.
But he went back to work.
Yeah,
he told me the first interview we did, he said, I was concerned that I would be pushing her in a wheelchair before too long. And because I saw it in his face the first day we talked, I'm like, he is really concerned because you had tried a lot of things.
I had.
Yeah. Did you ever, when you joined this, think about your medications, or were you just thinking about weight loss?
I was thinking about not medication but health issues.
Yeah.
But I was mostly thinking about weight loss. Because I had been trying so many different things, and I just felt like it didn't really matter because what I was doing wasn't working.
Yeah.
And I had just really kind of thought, well, this is just how it's going to be. But it's not. It's not. And it's been so much fun to go to my doctor visits this year because used to I thought, dear Jesus, I've got to get on that scale. But now I'm going, let me see if your scale's right.
Yeah.
And,
that's so good.
And it's just been, it's been one of the best years of our lives. We've had so much fun David went from being worried that he was going to have to push me in a wheelchair to, he told Dr. Nancy after we went to the mountains the last time that I tried to kill him on those hiking trails.
That's so good.
So anyway.
I just want to squeeze her, don't you? Don't you? I mean, you just think this is such a transformation, and there are plenty of people out there that need this. You know, if I could just give it away, I would, but there are things I definitely have to pay for to run this business. But I think Saralynn would tell you it's been worth the money.
It has absolutely been worth the money. Actually, my husband didn't even know that it cost anything the first time we joined. But you know, he doesn't. He trusts me to take care of stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I told him lately, and he said, I don't care. He said, it's worth it. It's worth every penny.
Every penny. Yeah.
And I'll tell you this, you will save money. You'll learn to fast, so you won't eat as much food. You'll learn to eat healthy food, and that's really a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And we eat at home a lot more because we can control what we eat.
Right. And it's good. You know what it is. It's good food. And you're right. It costs a lot to eat at a decent restaurant, not a fast food restaurant. Right. But So when she went in to try on her shirt, and you don't mind me telling this, she said, I ordered her one. She sent me this about the shirt. She said, this looks like something you'd like. And so I said, I'm going to order me one, and I'm going to order you one. And so I asked her what size, and she told me a 2X. And I'm like, great. And when she went in to try it on a while ago, she said, a 4X used to be tight.
Yes, it was all I could do to get in a 4X.
And it fits her perfect. In fact, she's got room to spare. So, and who knows what you'll be wearing next year.
Oh, I told my doctor, I told my gynecologist when I saw him, he was so excited because I weighed the least I'd ever weighed since I've been seeing him. Yeah. I said, well, you just wait till next year.
That's right. So, and you know what Saralynn probably would tell you is, I hear you're a woodpecker. We got a couple of woodpeckers too, is that it's not a burden, and it's not something that weighs on you. You know, weight is heavy. Yes. It's a heavy burden. You think about 60 pounds, 65 pounds that she's been carrying around. And, you know, that'd be like me picking up a 50-pound bag of dog food and trying to carry it around all day. Mm-hmm. And you just don't want to do that. But even 20 pounds, 30 pounds, you know, it makes such a big difference in how we feel. We were talking about Thanksgiving and just the fact that, you know, she's excited about that when I'm sure before it was dread. Mm-hmm. Because you're having to just get through the day, you know, with energy and now, and all that.
You know, there's no doubt about it. I feel better now. I tell people I feel better now than I did when I was 40. And I'm not exaggerating. That's the truth. Yeah. Part of it might be that I'm retired, but a lot of it is that I'm so much healthier. But, you know, I didn't have to get all the way to the 65-pound mark before I started feeling good. I started feeling good, I would say, within 2 weeks. I started improving the way I felt, and all the support and the motivation from Dr. Nancy and all the other people in the program. I mean, that just keeps you going. And I just can't recommend it enough. I'm going to get me one of those shirts that has her Dr. Nancy Health Revival on it and walk around in it, because people say, what have you done? I can't remember. Did I tell them about Walmart?
No.
Okay, well, I have to tell you this. I went to Walmart, and I won't name these people, but I saw a couple of people that I hadn't seen in a while. And, you know, I spoke to them because that's how we do in the South. And it took a few minutes, both times, of me talking to them before I think they realized who I really was. So I just smiled and talked, and then I went on. But, you know, that's fun. It's just fun.
To see that people don't know who you are because you are a new person.
Yeah.
You're a new person. Really on the inside, but on the outside too.
Yeah.
And not that
I'm happier.
People love you, and I can tell that you're so connected in this community. It's such a strong, you and David both. It's been such a pleasure for me to meet y'all, but just the fact that you don't have that burden anymore, and you know how to deal with it. You know how to deal with, you know, that wanting to eat in the middle of the night and all of those things that were just, made you feel guilt and shame, I'm sure.
Right. Well, the first thing it did was although a lot of people, until they get to know me, don't realize that I'm fairly competitive. I just hated not being able to mark that off on the Vimify app. And I just said, well, now this is ridiculous. That's one thing I can do. I can make sure I don't eat within 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed.
Yeah. Because that was your eating.
That was
your grazing eating window.
Yeah.
All the candy and stuff for the grandchildren.
Yes, yes. David would buy chocolate for David and Grace to have as a snack in the afternoon, and then in the mornings he'd say, "Why did David and Grace left their wrappers over there right by your chair?"
Oh,
and
gosh.
I said, anyway, he knew what I had been doing. And anyway, I did too, and it was showing. But
not anymore.
Not anymore.
It doesn't mean you can't ever have a piece of chocolate, but honestly, there are probably things you'd rather have that are healthier. And there's lots of keto options. Last night I did a pumpkin keto custard.
Right.
That was really good. And you've made keto cookies.
I have.
Made a lot of good
stuff. I made
stuff.
some no-bake keto cookies.
Yeah.
And we took them on our trip last weekend, and my in-laws, they said, "Oh, we want some of those in our cars." I didn't tell them they were keto. So anyway, I said, okay. So I fixed them some, and in a little while my mother-in-law called me and she goes, "Are these on your diet?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Well, they are yummy."
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to wrap it up here, and we could talk a lot more about a lot of the good things that happen, but it's so much fun when you go in your doctor and you're not dreading to see the doctor, but you're excited to see him because you're going to get a good report. Okay, so I'm opening up a challenge. I'm going to put a link below.